Good morning, Marty. It's our first day at Yellowstone Park. How about that?
Fantastic. We made it. We're here.
Now, what's this little town we're in right now? What do you call that?
It's called West Yellowstone, Montana.
Montana, yeah. Okay, this is like a whole little town just at the entrance to the park. There's one of everything here, stores. There must be 100 hotels.
Our hotel is called the Evergreen.
The Evergreen, a cute little place.
Yeah.
We didn't even know it. We got a suite. It's got 2 bedrooms, 2 TVs. Check our little bed made out of wood hanging over the
And
top there.
else?
Look at there's antlers above the bed. Check that out.
They have a deli, and it's called Ernie's Deli.
Ernie's Deli, yes.
And it's just down the street.
Ernie's
That's pretty
Deli.
handy.
How about that? Oh,
Yeah.
goodness. Okay.
So this is our first morning.
This is our first morning. I just put a new little disc in my camera, and I'm devoting it totally to Yellowstone.
Great.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great day, Marty.
So we're off to go first have breakfast and then head for inside Yellowstone Park.
Heading for Yellowstone.
Maybe find Old Faithful today.
Maybe find Old Faithful. Okay, well, as far as Marty's concerned, I'm Old Faithful. How about that? All
Yes, very true.
right. Old Faithful visits Old Faithful. Love you, Marty.
Love you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
This is Old Faithful Lodge, and it's very near. The guys are Old Faithful. We went there first after we came into the park because we had to see Old Faithful.
Right, and there were so many people there to join us, and there's Old Faithful getting ready.
It's out there kind of letting off steam right now. It goes off about every 2.5 hours. They post the times in the lodge, so you can go on out maybe 15 or 20 minutes early, and it usually is just about right on time.
And there's so many people. There's people from all over the world. And there it goes. It's starting right now.
It's starting up, really. We sat out there about 15 minutes. It's up there about 100, 150 feet. It's going up to about 200, maybe 250. That's hot, boiling water, scalding water. What happens, it builds up pressure underground. It gets so hot that the pressure keeps increasing. And about every 2 or 3 hours, it just explodes, shoots up in the air, and just makes a spectacular scene.
And part of the time we were there, it was raining, but luckily, as you can see, the rain stopped, and we were able to be outside and enjoy being there with all the other people.
We watched Old Faithful 2 different times, then we wandered around some of the beautiful buildings. The Park Service has just done a fabulous job with their buildings and the parking lots, and they make it easy for tourists to come and observe all this wonder of nature.
And they make it very easy to walk around. There's trails everywhere. There's places to park. There's one of the rivers and one of the little streams that goes into it. And then you can see the bridge. People go across that to walk on a trail, and it's really important that they watch for bears.
Yeah, there are bears around. We didn't see any, but a lot of people are carrying cans of bear spray, and probably they need it once in a while.
And you're only supposed to hike or walk like that when you have at least 4 people. Then we moved on to a beautiful waterfall.
This is really pretty. I'm taking videos. Marty's taking pictures with her cell phone camera, and you can see it's not that crowded. Sometimes you want to get a view. You might have to wait for someone to finish taking a picture, and then you can jump right in.
And it's really wonderful to be there. This is Yellowstone National Park, and it was our first national park.
Right, then we went to an area called the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. And this is a huge canyon into the ground. There's a lake up high, and water just pours over this fabulous waterfall 24 hours a day. It's absolutely spectacular. You can't go to Yellowstone without going to this place.
And this is one of the places that the rock was actually yellow. Then we moved on to the mud pots area.
Right, mud pots were great. This is the Devil's Mouth. It's boiling water just pouring out of this cave. It's totally unbelievable. Great observation places where you can just take pictures and be practically right on top of what you want to photograph.
And Devil's Mouth was one of my favorite places. It actually made waves that came out.
These are the mud pots of my whole trip to Yellowstone. This is the coolest thing. It's like pancake batter just going plop, 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 plop all day long.
And there's so much to see and so much to do. We weren't there for near long enough, but we did our best to see everything we could.
Everywhere you look, it's boiling water. This one's actually, they got names for it, Sizzling Basin.
And you could walk around and see the different springs. Oh, and here's one of our favorites.
Yeah, we were right across the river from this big bison. He came up, he's putting on a show. Look at, he's scratching his ear. He's on 3 legs with his hind leg, scratching his ear and around his neck. Check that out. Now he decides to put on a show. He's rolling over. Look at that. He rolls over again. It's like he's doing all this for us, really. What a fabulous show. You could go there probably 10 times and not get the show we just got.
And I'm a big bird fan, and so we were happy to see these Canadian geese enjoying part of the river.
Yeah, everywhere you look, there's wildlife. There's elk and deer and bison, lots of wildlife, fowl.
Here we are again at one of the bubbling springs. There's so many of those to see, and we never got tired of looking at them.
Right, we like water and lakes and rivers, so here's a raven up in the tree, and then we wandered on down on some wooden trails, and we got down to this lower part of this river.
And it made a beautiful rapid down here, as you can see. We were able to walk down exactly alongside it, and these people could walk down and be right along the water itself. And so we could be there, take our pictures, enjoy looking at everything.
Look at that picture. It's absolutely fabulous. There's Marty back up there. We got just tons and tons of good pictures. Then right here over the edge, there's these little kind of duck kind of birds sitting right there in the rapids, and they go swimming and just kind of get tossed around a little bit, but it's really fun to watch them.
And when you're driving around, there's always really good roads and lots of people on the roads, but everyone just stops and they get out of their cars as long as there's no wildlife right there. But here we were stopped because the elk were crossing the road.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're in a bunch of cars and they all stop and everybody jumps out with their camera and they get a picture. That yellow car, man, that's a tour car in Yellowstone. I just was wishing, man, I would just love to have that in Newport Beach and go zipping around town.
Here's one of Ernie's favorite places. They have a marina on Yellowstone Lake.
Yeah, the people trail their boats out there, leave them up there. A lot of the local people, all summer, they keep them up there. The lake is huge. I don't know, it looks like to me like 10, 15 miles across. Really a large lake. You can also rent a boat there if you want, or you can go out on some of the tour boats. But it was neat and clean and room for a lot of boats.
So we spent a little bit of time there looking around, and then we were off to actually go to our place we were going to stay, and it's alongside the lake.
Look at that sky. I mean, it's absolutely a photographer's delight. We had beautiful weather. This is an area called the Blue Pools, and look how blue that is. It's absolutely beautiful. That's boiling water.
And you could walk along the trails that they made. This is the boiling water, and literally it's in the lake, but it's become surrounded.
This is the Yellowstone Hotel. It's a colonial hotel built back in the 20s. It's just been remodeled. It's absolutely a beautiful place. There's one of the big yellow buses that take people on tour. If you don't want to drive your own car, you can sign up for a tour.
This is really a lovely hotel. They've done a great job. It's so comfortable. Look at that big fireplace.
It was really a lovely place. There's a beautiful store there. We had breakfast. We had some meals there. And then we stayed at the same hotel one night.
And of course, I was in there shopping and came home with some wonderful souvenirs.
Yeah, this looks like it's breakfast time here. They've got a nice buffet, and rooms are kind of expensive, $400 or $500 a night. But if you just want a meal, it's really quite moderate. That's actually a store right near the Yellowstone Lodge. That's just inside there. They had T-shirts, they had old photographs, just a lot of history around there. Anywhere you go, it's just a photographer's delight.
So we enjoyed being at this area primarily because it's on the lake, but it was also kind of out in the forest, and this is a gorgeous lodge.
Check that out. It's all log cabins. This hotel was built back in the early 1800s. Anyway, we were 5 days around Yellowstone. Now we're in our car. We're heading towards Utah, and kind of on our way home. That's an area called Bear Lake, I think in Montana or maybe Wyoming. We're on the I-15. We decided to stop by Bryan Head, Utah. We used to ski up there, so we took a little zip up the hill, but we're heading now back for Newport Beach. We had a wonderful 2-week trip. Thank you for watching our little video. We just had a great time. Everybody should see Yellowstone before they depart.